Stockton Rush, the CEO of OceanGate, disregarded earlier alerts regarding the Titan Submersible's risks. Rush went forward with a trip to the Titanic debris despite warnings about the risk for fatalities. During the dive, the submersible lost touch with the tour guide, and it was reported missing hours later. Rush was among the 5 people on board that perished when the submersible collapsed due to the intense pressure of the Atlantic Ocean. Rush justified himself, saying that he was breaking the rules to be innovative. Experts have cautioned against moving further owing to the company's experimental tactics, though. Here are 4 warnings that Stockton Ruch would have heeded to save himself. 1. Disturbing cracking noise. An specialist in submersibles who traveled on the Titan Submarine in 2019 with OceanGate CEO Stockton Rush claims the hull created frightful cracking noises as they descended. Carl Stanley said that following their 12,000-foot drop in the Caribbean, he advised Rush to scale back his Titanic plans. Speaking to CNN about his journey in 2019, Carl Stanley recalled that Rush, the sub's pilot, had informed him that the hull was creaking. Thus, he had no reason to be alarmed at the time. But following his trip, he became concerned enough to tell the creator of OceanGate through email that the noise was probably deadly. The noise they heard during their descent, he wrote the day after the dive, sounded like a flaw defect in one area being acted on by the tremendous pressures and being crushed/damaged. According to the email, which was acquired by the New York Times, the loud cracking noises were an indication that an area of the hull is breaking down. 2. Concerns about Bluetooth controllers. After being contacted by Rush in 2015 and being asked to manage the Titanic operation for OceanGate, Rob McCallum spoke to The New Yorker about his worries over Bluetooth. Rush wanted McCallum to lead the effort because of his experience and to go a step further and build a vehicle specifically for this multi-passenger expedition. But McCallum wasn't thrilled when he went to OceanGate's Seattle office. He was actually troubled. He described Cyclops 1, the company's first submersible, which could go only about 1,500 feet below the surface. You have the hand controller talking to a Wi-Fi unit, which is talking to a black box which is talking to the sub's thrusters, he added. There were numerous failure points. He continued, every sub in the world has hardwired controls for a reason, that if the signal drops out, you're not fuck. Cyclops. I was just using Bluetooth. 3. No proper examination. A release that was required of passengers before they could board the Titan makes it plain that the ship is an experimental vessel that has not been approved or certified by any regulatory body and could result in physical injury, emotional trauma, or death. The business, which charged up to $250,000 for Titanic ruins excursions, also chose against getting the vessel classed, a technique used widely in the industry to guarantee that vessels fulfill recognized technical requirements. Obtaining classification for the submarine, according to the business, would not ensure that operators adhere to proper operating procedures and decision-making processes, 2 areas that are much more important for mitigating risks at sea, the company stated in 2019. Additionally, a letter was delivered to Stockton Rush, the CEO of OceanGate, alerting him that the firm's current experimental approach may cause issues ranging in severity from minor to catastrophic. 4. Previously disappeared. Reporter David Pogue from CBS Sunday Morning once took the ship, which was delayed for 2.5 hours. For the show, the TV reporter captured the event on camera. He tweeted earlier today, adding a clip from the video he made. You may recall that the OceanGate Exped sub to the Titanic was lost for a few hours last summer too. After wading through some harsh weather at sea for 6 days, the team was eventually able to attempt a dive when the sky cleared and the seas became quiet enough. Pogue was one of 6 persons aboard the OceanGate submersible when it was dropped into the sea, but it was never able to reach the wreck. There is no GPS underwater, and the crew has no other means of navigating. The submarines are led by text messages relayed from the main ship, according to a narration by Pogue for CBS. They lost touch with the main ship a few minutes after they sank, and they were left stranded for 2.5 hours while controlling the craft using a video game controller.